Ooh, we made that a lot more difficult than it needed to be at the end. We should have had that game wrapped up long before Gray scored that goal. But hey, at the end of the day, we go through to the semi-finals, and that's all that really matters, people. Hey, you know what to do. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. Help me grow the channel. And yeah, let's talk a little bit about the game yesterday, because Arsenal make it to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, only one step away from the final. Big chance for a trophy. But yeah, we made it a little bit harder than it needed to be, if I'm perfectly honest. In the first half, Arsenal dominated, should have had the game done and dusted. And you know what happens when you don't put that second goal away? You always leave yourself a little bit vulnerable to conceding. And that's kind of what happened at the end. But in that first half, so many chances. Madueke had a chance. Jesus had a header which got saved. That Benitez had the game of his life, that keeper. And by the way, that tends to happen when we play people. Suddenly, this team, that player, goalkeeper, whatever, has like the best performance they've ever had and keeps their team in the game or gets them something out of it. And that's how it proved yesterday. If it wasn't for Benitez, we definitely would have been, out of sight in that first half. But at the end of the day, we're the ones that got to score the goal. If you keep shooting the ball out of the goalkeeper, he's probably going to save it. Do you know what I mean? So putting it either side of him would have been a helpful thing to do in that first half. And at the end of the day, when we came out in the second half, Crystal Palace were always going to come, into the game a little bit. And that's what happened. In the first half, Martinelli looked really good. He was causing so many problems, rinsing the right back over and over again, and he should have got an assist or something, to be fair, in that game. It was really a good performance from Martinelli. Good to see him back, playing well. And Jesus, also good to see him starting. I had speculated before the game on who would be the starting striker, him or Gyökeres. In the end, it was Jesus. And okay, he didn't score, but give the guy a break. He's been out for like a year. He's just coming back. He'll come good. His movement is looking good. He had a header which was really well saved by Benitez. So give him time. He will cook. And yeah, in the second half, like I said, Palace grew more into the game. They put us under a bit more pressure, had us kind of chasing back towards our own goal a little bit more. But still, they couldn't really, create any chances. Kepa didn't really have a save to make until the one that he didn't right at the end of the game. But, those things can happen. Like I said, when you leave yourself with only 1-0, it's a dangerous, dangerous scoreline. And, Gueye gets the equaliser for Palace. That free kick was given away by Saliba. I don't know. I don't think there was really much he could do there. We should have defended it better, to be honest. But why did Gueye not celebrate? That was very interesting. And then he was chatting with the Arsenal boys at the end of the game. So is there a little bit of something going on there? We do, need defenders. We're short of defenders. I don't know. Let's say we, were to sign Gueye. I don't know who would play where then, you know what I mean? But it was very interesting to see his reaction to scoring the equaliser, because, you should be, going crazy scoring the equaliser like that last minute. But his celebration was really muted, which was quite strange. I mean, I was wondering when he was, celebrating what's going on. So maybe there's something going on behind the scenes and he's like, yo, sorry, I didn't mean to score against my future club that I'm going to in a week or two. So one could only hope. Would be nice to see him at us, but yeah, I don't know why he didn't celebrate, but it certainly, is food for thought, that one. And then, when they score so late, there's not really a chance for us to get a winner. And we've been scoring a lot of late goals recently. I didn't think we had it in us to score another one. They scored their equaliser quite late. And to be fair, I was quite happy for it to go to penalties. I fully trust the Arsenal players taking penalties. And every single Arsenal player that stepped up, I was convinced that they would score. Do you know what I mean? Whether it was Saliba, Ødegaard, whoever, I was fully confident that they would score. And it was just a matter of time to see when Palace either missed or Kepa made a save. In the end, he made the save from Lacroix, and that's it. We won the game, go through. Anybody talking about, over-celebrating? What are you talking about? If you win a penalty shootout, and you're going to the semi-final, everybody celebrates the same way. So celebration police can do one. If you don't like it, turn off your TV and watch something else. Why are you watching Arsenal players celebrating and then crying about it? Just change the channel. You got the control there, yeah? It's at your fingertips. Just move on. But great to get into the semi-final. Obviously, we're going to be playing Chelsea, and that brings its own challenges. But hey, we can beat Chelsea. We're better than them. That's a fact. We're higher than them in the league. So now we're top of the league, top of the Champions League, through to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. We got the FA Cup kicking off soon against Portsmouth. So, yo, everything's looking pretty good for Arsenal when you take all of that into consideration. I mean, there are things that we need to, improve as a team. First of all, we haven't had an easy game in a while. It's been ages since I sat there through a performance thinking, oh yeah, this is cool, this is comfortable from start to finish, and yeah, definitely got this game done and dusted. It's been a while since we had a performance like that. But if you want to take the positives, we have been winning those games more often than not, I think the only loss we've had in ages was against Aston Villa. And they're well informed, and we were playing away from home, and we got revenge coming soon. Don't worry about that, But it would be nice to have an easy game where we don't stress and we're not cursing a last-minute equalizer like happened yesterday against Crystal Palace. So that's something we need to address. Like I said earlier on, it's like every team who comes to play us has the game of their life, and when they play Manchester City, they forget how to do a low block. But against us, it's fine. And Benitez will have the game of his life against us. watch him spill and drop one into the net against Chelsea, against City. Do you know what I mean? So that's something we need to get over. I don't know why every team is like really anti-Arsenal, but they play their hearts out, to be fair, whenever they're up against us. So connected to that, we need to score more goals. Our most recent scorers have been own goals, penalties. Do you know what I mean? We need to get some goals back into the team. That's something we're lacking at the moment. Our forwards aren't firing, really. It's good that we're still managing to win games without that, but it's a lot easier to win games when you got your strikers scoring. Do you know what I mean? So we really need to fix that part of the team, because defense looks like it's pretty much sorted. Okay, we conceded that last minute equalizer. These things happen, but I'm much more confident in the defense than I am in the attack, in the way that we're scoring goals. We actually looked quite good in attack. We looked quite free-flowing. We created some chances. Okay, Benitez, had the game of his life, but we've got to make it, we've got to take the goalkeeper out of the equation. Do you know what I mean? Put the ball where he can't get to it. That's what you need to do. So I really think that's one thing we need to do, is start scoring more goals. Hopefully with Jesus back in the side, that can help. Martinelli looked good, so hopefully that can help. And there's more competition now coming back into the forward line. So hopefully that pushes everybody to another level and we can start scoring again. But we need to get more goals in that team. Get games done and dusted earlier on, so that we're not stressing at the end of the games. You know what I mean? If we score goals early, then we can take players off and get more rest. So at the end of the day, the longer we leave the game open, the longer we have to play certain players, or we have to bring on other players. Rice had to come on, against Palace. So it would be nice to just get things done and dusted. Then the changes we're making are purely being made to save players' legs, instead of trying to, making a change to get something out of the game. So we really need to, get more goals in the team, put the games away a little bit earlier on, and get it done and dusted. Also, Norgard looked really good yesterday. I thought that was a good decision for Arteta to get him into the side. Zubimendi looks like he's been, carrying a lot for the team, really. So it's nice to have another option. I think we've all been waiting to see how Norgard, can play and can fit into the team. It's just been Zubi playing. So I think if anything, that's going to give Zubimendi a little bit of a breather. He's going to think, okay, you know what, Norgard's there and he can step in sometimes, or he can even challenge me. So hopefully that works. We've got to use the squad a little bit better. Do you know what I mean? So more goals required, but we're getting games done and dusted in the end, some way, somehow. But I'd rather they were done and dusted long before, and we can all relax and chill and enjoy the game, peacefully. But it's just stress, right until the end. So good to get that win and move to the semi-finals. We got Chelsea next. They don't want to play us, so let's see what happens in that. But for now, next game coming up. They don't stop, people. We got a little break for the holidays. Christmas tomorrow. But if you celebrate, enjoy that. If not, just, hey, take some time off. And then football will be back. There's a United Newcastle game on Boxing Day. That's the only one for some reason. We all know the reason. Money, money, money. But Saturday we've got the fixtures back, and that's when we're playing Brighton. It's a 3:00 kickoff game, so I'll do a preview before that. But yeah, come on, we got the win, through to the next round, semi-finals, baby. Palace, sorry, too little, too late. Gay, is he coming? Is he coming to Arsenal? He looked not so happy to score against us. Don't know what that was all about. Hey people, enjoy the day today. I'm gonna be getting myself ready for tomorrow. Obviously, it's a big day, and yeah, I will talk to you later. People, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Come on, Arsenal, semi-finals. Have it. Peace. Bye.